What's Happening Hoke show is filmed before a live audience and is brought to you by Rockfish Motor Speedway, the Rock of Hoke, nunboys.com, and GPS Photography and Video, gpsphotoandvideo.com. What's Happening Hoke? Welcome to the What's Happening Hoke show, brought to you by the Rock of Hoke, Rockfish Motor Speedway. We're down here at 2950 Lindsay Road. Recorded this show every week, or is recorded every week, every Thursday. Streaming down the What's Happening Hope YouTube channel. Yep. All the previous shows, the coaches show, great show last night, and of course the GPS highlight reel. Up front, the weather really is the news.
Causing havoc already.
Yeah, I mean the governor was on the news at 12 and has announced that the state of North Carolina is under a state of emergency. Don't be out there if you don't have to be out there. 5 to 7 inches of rain expected. Hurricane Joaquin is about to hit us, and he likened it to Hurricane Floyd back in '99.
Whoa!
So I mean,
that's big time.
That's what he credited it to.
That's what he's giving credit to.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, the rain.
It's that
right
bad.
now,
I mean, wow.
The rain right now is it's a steady drizzle, but we've had a couple accidents on the road, or at least some outages on Wayside and Highway.
Yeah, all the traffic lights, Wayside and Wayside and Plank. So if you don't have to go that way, don't go that way. Here's the thing: don't drown, turn around. Standing water. I mean, it only takes a foot of water to wash your car away.
Especially on Rockfish Road.
And if you think you got a 4x4, you all cool and whatnot, 2 feet of water will wash that away. So I mean, don't take the chances. Just turn around, down power lines. You're under inclement weather. If you don't have to be out there, don't go out there.
It's a lot going on in the community, a lot of weather issues, and it just slows everything down when the rain comes.
I mean, it's going to hit us bad. Obviously, a lot of events canceled. We don't have a football game this weekend. We're under a bye. Don't think they haven't called it yet. Earl Richardson's out there is telling me they have not called it at the Rock, but I expect it to be, not officially. I mean, it's rough. I mean, and looking at the weather, I mean, we have a low of the 60, in the 60s, a lot of rain, 5 to 7 inches of rain, all the way out. It looks like we're going to be able to say they're all clear around Tuesday.
That's what I'm saying. Sunshine on Tuesday. Let's go. So, let's jump to Tuesday.
Be careful while you're out there. If you don't have to be out there, don't go. That's really it. In the news, you got to give, once again, I keep saying it before, Sheriff Peterson with the body cams. Fayetteville now has got a government grant to get body cameras, and we've had it for going on 2 years now.
2 years, year and a half.
And the thing about it is they incriminate the officer, they exonerate the officer. They incriminate you and they exonerate you. Yeah. It's a good thing. It's a good deterrent against crime. I believe in it. And hey, kudos to him. Also, you can see on the Hope County Sheriff Department.org the recent arrest that was done this week involving the larcenies and home break-ins, and he's posting it out there. So hey, be vigilant. Be vigilant. That's the main thing I want to tell you.
Watch your area. What else you got?
The biggest thing that was going on this week, and you saw it, there's a lot on the national race level as far as the elections.
The country.
Boehner has pulled out as the
Speaker of the House.
But locally, you got the county commissioner's race as far as registration is coming up. Its deadline is December. Yeah. A lot of local elections. My message is this: no vote, no voice. Go get registered and vote. Know what your local people, local elections, know what the politicians that are running locally, what they stand for, whether your importance of schools, veterans. Hey, but if you don't register to vote, no voice, and I really can't say anything to you.
When you have 14% turnout, it's almost a disgrace.
Yeah.
This country, has all this freedom that we do have, and people don't go do the one thing that allows them to be free, and that's vote. When you got 14% of the turnout, we need to pump that number up. First of all, it's the city election is the first thing coming up in November.
Right.
Early voting is October 22nd. Election day is November 3rd. And because now North Carolina has a primary in March.
Right.
It
It
has,
is March because of.
it has changed the dates for registration for countywide races, and that's what Glenn was mentioning. So make sure if you plan to run for county commissioner, you need to sign up. I think it's before the last day of the 20-something of December. You need to sign up to run for commissioner, and that primary will now be in March.
Yeah. And the thing about the county commissioner, I brought that up because we talked so much about the budget. And then, of course, Alan Thomas was in there. And everything that we talked about involved the county commissioner, the county commissioners, and now we got the county commissioner race. So get ready.
Well, it's coming up, and Alan it's not his turn to run again.
No.
He just ran. This time it'll be Bobby Wright and James Leach.
Right.
And
Two
two
seats
guys has been in for 20 plus years, and it's the same old, same old. So
Same thing about Congress, man. Term limits in Congress, I think should this be a term limit. But I mean, if you run and they voted for him, I mean, that's just my personal opinion, which
I think there should be some term limits. But anyway, one other hot topic that I saw this week's newspaper, shameless plug, the News Journal out this week is no sales tax referendum this year.
That's good.
That's a good.
For
We done
business
had
owners, right?
we done had two tax increases in the county. A third one I think would have just sunk us right below. But see, this is the one where they wanted to do the referendum to raise taxes to add on to the school. There's a lot of people that are against that referendum. If it goes in this time, it will go on that March 16th primary if they can push it through the short session in January. So right now, the Garland Pierce, he put the bill together and with the commissioners and the school board to try to raise taxes to add on to the high school. They got a lot of pushback from it. Their people want a new school. They want a new school, but I know there's people that said you can't afford it. Well, heck, you can't afford to add on to the one.
But here's the thing: they're not adding on this year. They're not going to do anything until the votes. So
Yeah, they got to have the vote.
So essentially, nothing's happening.
Right.
So
know that.
not necessarily.
One other thing I want to mention this week, a good Rockfish community man out here, Mr. Earl Chasen, was in an accident the other night or the other day on a tractor. Mr. Chasen's barbecue and all that stuff. So our thoughts and prayers are with the Chasen family.
Yep.
And the Habitat folks are getting ready to do a raffle for the Habitat House downtown. You ride downtown Main Street, look over there across.
This is the Rayford Museum.
No,
on
they're
the
doing.
same street.
It's right on Main Street, Habitat House. You know, they build a house a year
Right.
for a
Habitat for
family.
Humanity.
Yeah, for a needy family. And they built a little toy house, a little small house.
Right.
And they're letting you go by and win, buy tickets to raffle it. So you could win this house.
So right there on Main Street.
Right there on Main Street, across from the county office buildings. But if you win the house, the donations made from the house help build a house. That's pretty cool. I think it's a great idea. Habitat's a good.
I remember. Donate, go out there and get involved in building it.
Well, you can now. Churches do that a lot. Our church and the Presbyterian, I know the Methodist and these other churches in the community. There is a way to volunteer for Habitat. I don't know the guy's name off the top of my head, but you just figure out the Habitat House for Rayford, and each year they help, or every 2 years I think, they build a house and they take volunteers to build it. It's a really good program. I've been out there a couple times. I hung insulation on a 100-degree day one day, and that ain't fun.
No, it's
But
not.
it felt good to do it.
But it's a good program. So many people are homeless, need a place to stay, and that's a good deal that they do that. So your way to give back, if you want to. I tell you what, that's it for news and weather. The big thing about the news is the weather. Be careful out there. Take all the precautions. I mean, the governor's comparing this to Hurricane Floyd in '99. That's
was
out.
big time.
And then the winds as well. So we're gonna get hammered pretty good here. Was actually started raining pretty hard as I drove in, all the way out to Sunday. So be careful, take all those precautions. When we come back, we're gonna roll right into sports, talk about the Rock of Hope, Hoke County football, and all things sports.
College football, a little college football.
Yeah, a little bit. We'll be right back.